Peruvian lore, the Chupacabra of the Andes. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru, where clouds curl around jagged peaks and the nights stretch on an icy silence, there is a legend that chills the blood of anyone who hears it. Among farmers and shepherds, hunters and travelers, whispers of a mysterious predator are passed from one generation to the next. A creature that stalks the darkness, preys upon the living, and leaves behind only lifeless husks. Its name, feared across the Americas, is the Chupacabra. But in Peru, the story is darker, older, and far stranger than most realize. Roots of the legend. While the name Chupacabra only appeared in the 1990s, tales of blood-drinking creatures stretch back much further in Peruvian folklore. For centuries, Andean villagers spoke of shadowy beasts that attacked llamas, alpacas, and goats in the night. These stories were never dismissed lightly, for in the harsh climate of the Andes, livestock meant survival. A dead herd wasn't just tragedy, it could mean famine. So when bodies of animals were discovered collapsed in the fields, drained of blood with no torn flesh, no signs of a fight, people turned to the supernatural. It wasn't wolves and it wasn't mountain lions. It was something else. Something that lived in the thin air of the Andes. What does it look like? Descriptions vary wildly, but those who claim to have seen the Andean Chupacabra describe a nightmare in flesh. Some say it is the size of a small child with grayish or green, scaly skin and sharp spines running down its back. Others describe it more like a diseased dog or coyote with glowing red eyes, a gaunt frame, and fangs designed to pierce straight into the veins of its prey. One farmer in southern Peru swore he saw the creature hopping like a kangaroo between the rocks before vanishing into the dark. Another claimed it moved low to the ground, fast and silent, with an unnatural intelligence in its stare. The only detail that remains consistent across testimonies is this. When the Chupacabra strikes, it leaves its victims completely drained of blood, as if life itself has been stolen. Fear in the Andes. During the 1990s and early 2000s, rural communities in Peru were shaken by waves of livestock deaths. Entire flocks of sheep, herds of goats, even llamas, found in the morning stiff, pale, and bloodless. Farmers claimed to hear strange cries echoing in the night, somewhere between a scream and a whistle. Others swore they felt watched by glowing eyes from the edges of their fields. The fear became so widespread that families began locking their animals indoors, building makeshift barricades, and holding prayer rituals to keep the creature at bay. In villages where life already teeters on survival, the legend became an explanation for tragedy, and at the same time, a reminder that the Andes hide secrets modern science cannot explain. Folklore, science, and skepticism. Of course, not everyone believes. Scientists argue that the Chupacabra is nothing more than misidentification of natural predators. Sickly dogs, coyotes with mange, even vampire bats, all have been blamed for the strange killings. According to skeptics, the wounds found on the animals could be explained by scavengers or poor examination. And yet, there are details that remain unsolved. Why were so many animals found without a single drop of blood, their flesh untouched? Why were there so often no tracks, no signs of struggle, nothing but eerie puncture wounds and lifeless silence? For villagers in the Andes, science's answers never fully explained what they saw with their own eyes. The Chupacabra in Peruvian culture. As the legend spread beyond the farms, it became more than just a story of fear. In Peru, the Chupacabra joined a pantheon of folkloric beings, spirits of lakes, protectors of mountains, and omens of the unknown. Storytellers wove it into oral tradition. Parents warned children to return home before dark, lest the Chupacabra be lurking nearby. It even found its way into music, art, and popular culture. The creature became a symbol, not only of horror, but of the mystery of the Andes themselves, a reminder that even in an age of satellites and science, there are places where the unknown still thrives. Enduring mystery. Today, the Chupacabra continues to be reported across Peru. In remote villages, strange killings still occur from time to time, and whispers of glowing eyes in the night still circulate. Whether it is a true creature waiting to be discovered or simply a legend born from fear and hardship, the Chupacabra has left a permanent mark. It is the specter of the Andes, the shadow in the mountains, the silent predator that drains the very lifeblood of its victims. And perhaps that is why the legend endures. Because the Chupacabra is not just a monster of the night. It is the embodiment of everything we cannot explain. A reminder that the wilderness still holds secrets, and that even in the modern world, myths walk beside us. So, if you ever find yourself in the dark valleys of the Andes, surrounded by the chill wind and silence, look carefully into the shadows, because you may not be alone. Somewhere out there, the Chupacabra may still be waiting.